Hello everyone, welcome to Arthur Solutions. In this video, we are going to learn linear inequations and their graphs. Have you ever seen something like x greater than 3 and wondered what it actually means? Is it just one answer or something more? Let's see. We already know equations like x is equals to 3 gives one exact value as a solution here, but inequations are different. How they are different? Let's see. A linear inequation shows a range of value. For example, x greater than 3 means all numbers greater than 3. They are like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. These equations uses some symbols to frame the equation. Those symbols are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. These are the symbols which we use in framing linear inequations. Inequations don't give a single answer. They represent many possible values. This here x is equals to 3. This is an equation. It is represented by one single dot in a graph. X is equals to 3. Here if it is 3 on x-axis, then it is represented by one single, then it is represented by one single dot, like x is equals to. But in case of inequations like x greater than 3, it is represented by shaded line, that is x greater than 3. So the values may possible as from 3. Shaded line, especially a dotted line. For this a x greater than 3. Shading part represents the possible values of the inequation, which is x greater than 3. So this shaded region represents the possible values of this inequation x greater than 3. So remember, equations we have only one value. For inequations we have range of values. See the graphs of inequations. Here we know that x is equals to k, where k belongs to any real value, is a straight line and is parallel to y-axis. Here we are representing x is equals to something, so it must be parallel to y-axis, and y is equals to k. If we take y is equals to k, if we are taking the value on the y-axis, which is also a straight line and which is parallel to x-axis. If we take a value from y-axis which is parallel to x-axis, if we take a value on x-axis which is parallel to y-axis. This we have already learned in the linear equations and the graphs. Similar basic thing is using here to define the linear inequations and their graphs. Here we take an example, the graph of x is equals to 3. Here this blue line represents x is equals to 3. The value on the x-axis is 3. When we draw a line through this point, we get a parallel line to the y-axis. So this straight line separates the plane into two half planes. This is the plane 1 and this is the plane 2. From here this is the plane 2 and from here this is plane 1. And the line itself does not belongs to any one of the planes. So the line which is separating these planes, here it is plane 1 and here it is plane 2. But this line does not belongs to any of the planes. For any point in the plane, the following three alternatives are possible. Like, it may be on the line. It may be on the line, in the half plane 1, in the half plane which is to the left of the line. This is left and this is right. The point may be on the line or to the right or to the left. Straight line cuts the x-axis at point 3, 0. If we move towards the right of the line, we find x coordinate of the points here. If we move towards the right of this line, x is equals to 3, this line, we find x coordinate points in the region is increasing. See here x value is 3, then it is increased to 4 and it is increasing to 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. Therefore, we can say that the half plane right side of the straight line x is equals to 3, the coordinate whose x coordinate is greater than 3. It means this region contains the values which are greater than 3. So x greater than 3 denotes the region 1 which is shaded in this graph. So this region represents x greater than 3. If we move towards the left of this straight line, all the x coordinate points are less than the 3. See here 2, 1, minus 1, 0, minus 3, minus 4, all these values are less than 3. So it is shown as the region which is not shaded. That's we need x greater than 3. So shading this part because this comes under x less than 3. This is how we represent a linear inequations in the graph. Let's see few more examples. Here, first one, let's take x greater than or equal to 2. Here, x is equals to 2 and x greater than or 2. Here we are including 2. X values include 2 as well as greater than 2. So let's see this graph. Here, this is the x is equals to 2. This is the point where we draw a line through this point. Here we know that x is equals to 2 exists on this line. What we need? We need x greater than 2. So when we move towards the right side of this straight line, the values are like 3, 4, 5 and so on, which are greater than 2. So this region satisfies the condition given in the inequation. So we can say that this line and this and the region towards the right side of this line represents x greater than or equal to 2. here this is the x greater than or equal to 2 region. From here to here, all this right side part is x greater than or equal to 2. Here we are including the straight line also. In the before example, we do not included the straight line because it is only given as greater than 3. They didn't mention we have to include the 3 value. Here it is mentioned by putting equal. So here it is given that greater than or equal. Both the conditions are given in the inequation. So now let's see the next example. Y less than or equals to minus 3. Here y is equals to minus 3 and it is also equals to less than minus 3 values. It also satisfies less than values of minus 3. Less than values of minus 3. So let's see this. Here in the downside of the y-axis we can see the negative values. So we need minus 3 value, which is here. Here y is equals to minus 3, which is included. So we are choosing heavy dark line, and y less than minus 3. So minus 3 less than minus 3 values are such as minus 4, minus 5, minus 6 and so on. So the values are towards the down, towards the south of the graph. So the downward values are satisfying the given inequation. So we are shading this region. All these lines includes we are shading this region. So this region represents the given inequation y less than or equals to minus 3. So this blue part of this graph represents y less than or equals to minus 3. Now let's see the third example. Y greater than 5. Here y is positive. Here y greater than 5 means we are not including 5 because there is no equal, and the values are like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. So here we are not including the value 5, so which is represented by dotted line. So we are representing this y greater than 5 by using a dotted straight line at y is equals to 5, which is in the upper part of the y-axis, and greater than 5 means the values greater than 5, so they must be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. So they are in the north of the graph, towards the north of the graph. So we are shading towards the north side. We are towards the north side of the graph. This region is represented by y greater than 5. This green part of the linear inequation, this green part of the graph represents the linear inequation y greater than 5. I hope you got some basic information about linear inequations and their graphs. Thank you.